What is going on, guys? Welcome to Think About It Reviews, and we are talking Kingsman, The Golden Circle. So, Kingsman, The Golden Circle is once again directed by Matthew Vaughn. It is starring Taron Egerton, Mark Strong, Halle Berry, Shane Tatum. Like, you have a whole cast of characters, of people in this film. I did like the first entry. So, going into the second entry, I didn't have too high hopes for it. I was just looking to have a good time. And let me tell you guys, it is very, very entertaining. Of course, you have to suspend your belief of like everything that's going on, because things that happen in this film, you're like, that would have never happened. That would have never happened. There's no logic of that happening. But what's so great about it is the Matthew Vaughn is his direction, and his action sequences are so superhero comic book like. I mean, you have these action sequences where the camera's in, going out, going circling around, and just the movements, just the facial expressions that these actors do. It really, the film really works because of his directions. I'm a big fan of Matthew Vaughn. I think he does great work, and he does another great job with this film. I think the pacing really worked as well. I never felt bored throughout the film. I never felt like it was lagging. We're meeting new characters, meeting old characters, and I felt like everything was gelling really well. So, of course, the man of the hour is Eggsy. You know, what's been Eggsy been up to ever since Harry in the last film died? How is the Kingsman little agency doing? And we do find out everything that's going on, but like the trailer has suggested, that the agency just goes kaput. Kingsman just absolutely gets destroyed by our villainess, and that's Julianne Moore. And Julianne Moore as Poppy was actually, it brought a smile to my face. She was absolutely eccentric. She was a different kind of villain, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want the too much of the mustache twirling kind of villain that we always see. I wanted somebody a little bit electric, light. Like she was happy. She was smiling as a villainess. So I thought that was really great, and she brought a little bit of fresh air to the filming experience. I think all the acting was really solid, especially this kid Taron Egerton. Man, he's been in here for a while, but I remember his voice acting in Sing. That was like the last movie I kind of seen him in or heard him in. But he does a really fantastic job with this character. He seems like he's a rootful kind of character where you want everything to go his way. He's charismatic, he's charming. This guy has that kind of bondness, but yet lower down to the younger generation, so to speak. He has that suaveness, but it's a younger generation kind of James Bond type going on over there. But absolutely, Mark Strong, I still think he is an awesome actor, and him in the film, they play each other really well. I felt like Mark Strong and Taron Egerton really play off really well, and it really felt like, you know, there was genuine like love between those two, and especially all this one character that just came back. Colin Firth comes back. There's no, you know, mystery. There's no shock value. I mean, I know Matthew Vaughn's a little irritated that they showcased Colin Firth in the trailers, but he's back, and he does. That's the mentor. You know, that's the Obi-Wan to Taron Egerton to Eggsy, and him coming back. It makes sense, but then it doesn't make sense. But honestly, when you're watching this movie, you're just kind of like going with it. You know, you're just along for the ride. So the question is, maybe you're asking like, okay, Dan, like, why do you give this a pass than other films that you don't give a pass, that are just, you know, schlock, but yet they're, you know, just goofy, and they know they're goofy, and they're just throwing stuff at you just to be entertaining? Because this film is, you could tell the love was put into it. You see the details. You see a lot of the action sequences being executed really well. You just see a lot of the execution really nailing it, and especially the actors. They know they're in this kind of crazy film with a lot of things happening that wouldn't happen in real life, but they take it seriously. And I think that's why I gave this one a pass than a lot of the other films. It's just the execution is just right on the money. I will say though, the special effects, you could really tell they're special effects. There's nothing hiding these special effects. And it's kind of crazy knowing that the effects that we have today is still, you can still spot it. You know, we're here in 2017. You would think that the effects would, and some movies do special effects well done. You know, they go with practical and special, but with this film, you really could see, you know, the robots. You could really see the weird effect that they're using. You could tell what is real and what is not real. So that's a kind of problem I had with the film, where they rely too much on the special effects. I always say that with a lot of films, we rely too much on the special effects, but overall that didn't take away from my enjoyment, but it really it did take me out of the movie some places here and there. My boy Pedro Pascal is in the movie, and his name is actually Whiskey, and so is Channing Tatum, whose name is Tequila. I love the names in this film. There was a lot of chuckles in this film, and there was, you know what I really like is a lot of the callbacks from the first film going into this film. But what I really liked was the news characters. I really like Channing Tatum being on board with this. I really like Pedro Pascal. Jeff Bridges is in here. He was awesome as well, aka Champagne. Like, the names that these guys have are absolutely hilarious. So a lot of the humor worked. Some jokes kind of didn't hit, but a lot of them did hit. So this is a well-balanced movie, and I think this is what truly a popcorn movie is all about, where yes, it's a lot of ridiculous things are going on, but it works. It works in the realm, and if you've seen the first one, you kind of know what you're going to get into in the second one. It was just a fun ride, and honestly, I would go back and watch it again. And if I want to go back and watch it again, then it's done its job. The bad part about this film is one particular person who's in this film who gets a lot of screen time, which is funny, but I'm like, why is this person getting so much screen time? But funny. It made sense in the film, I guess. But overall, great film. I highly recommend you guys check out Kingsman 2. It definitely lived up to my expectations. It surpassed it, honestly. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Like the video if you like it. Comment below, though, if you have seen the film and what did you guys think about it. And like I always say, grab a tick, grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema, guys.